Tien was always a little different from the other kids since birth. He has had 3 eyes, 2 at their place, third eye right in the middle of his forehead. People used to stare at him, whisper behind his back, but Tien never bothered. He didn't know much about where he came from, only that his family was gone, and that he was left with a strange power he didn't really understand. He grew up at the Crane School where Master Shen taught him to fight. Shen was strict and sometimes mean, but he saw something special in Tien. He pushed Tien harder than the other students. Tien learned moves that no one else could do. He could split into copies of himself, shoot beams from his hands, and even grow extra arms. But the most special thing was his third eye with it. He could see things others couldn't, like weak spots, or even a person's true feelings. Shen said the third eye was a sign of the Triclops, a race that came from far away, a place called the Demon Realm. Tien didn't know if that was true, but sometimes he dreamed of strange places and people with 3 eyes just like him. In his dreams, they were running from something dark, searching for safety. When Tien was older, he entered the World Martial Arts Tournament. He fought hard and even beat Goku, but inside he felt empty. He didn't want to hurt people. He wanted to protect them, to do something good with his power. After the tournament, Tien started to change. He stopped listening to Master Shen. He wanted to make his own choices so he could fill his void. He wanted to find out who he really was. One day, a great danger came to Earth. An evil being named King Piccolo showed up and started causing trouble. The Z fighters tried to stop him, but he was too strong. Tien knew he couldn't just stand by and watch. He remembered the training he had done and the moves he had learned in secret. He decided to act, even if it meant putting himself in danger. Only he could use Mafuba, a secret trick which could seal away evil. It was risky, but Tien was brave. He tried to use it to save everyone, even though it could cost him his life. The move worked, but Tien had sealed away a part of himself with King Piccolo. He was weaker afterward, but the world was safe for now. After that, the Guardian of Earth, Kami, came to see Tien. Kami was old and wise, and he understood the burden Tien carried. He told him that the third eye was a gift, but also a responsibility. He said Tien could be more than a fighter. He could be a guardian, someone who watches over the whole planet. Tien thought about it for a long time. He remembered his dreams of the Triclops running from darkness, and he wondered if maybe he was meant to protect people from that kind of fear, so Tien agreed to become Earth's new guardian. He moved to a quiet place high above the world where he could train and watch over everyone. Fame was never his goal. He just wanted to make sure no one else felt alone or scared like he did when he was a kid. Even though he was strong, Tien stayed humble. He kept training, hoping to unlock the true power of his third eye, and maybe one day learn the real story of where he came from. But for now, he was happy just being there for Earth, quietly keeping everyone safe, just like a real guardian should. As he rose in his power, the awakening of his Triclops heritage sent a signal far beyond Earth. The Triclops Judges, ancient cosmic beings who once ruled over Tien's alien ancestors, sensed his growing strength and influence. These judges had exiled the Triclops race long ago because they refused to be weapons for endless cosmic wars. Now seeing Tien's power and his refusal to fight for glory, the judges returned to test him. Not long after the peaceful days ended, when strange visitors arrived from space Raditz, a powerful warrior from the Saiyan race came looking for Goku. But this time Tien was ready when Raditz landed on Earth. Tien stepped forward before anyone else could act. He was calm but strong, and Raditz noticed the third eye. According to them, the Saiyans had heard stories about the Triclops, a race they once fought in space. He believed Tien held secrets that could change the Saiyans' power forever. The battle that followed was nothing like the fights before. Tien's strength and skill surprised everyone, especially Goku and Piccolo. Instead of rushing in, they watched as Tien took control of the fight. He wanted to protect Earth without causing too much damage, and he did. Raditz realized that Tien was not like the other warriors he had met. He was powerful, but he fought with purpose and control. The Triclops Judges saw the Saiyans as a threat to the balance Tien was trying to protect, and their trial became even more urgent. So the Triclops Judges are not just distant watchers. They are active cosmic judges who challenge Tien's right to protect Earth and force him to face his past and his people's legacy. Their role is to test whether Tien can be the bridge between mortals and gods, between war and peace, and whether Earth can remain free from cosmic control. This new fight changed everything the Z fighters had to rethink their roles. Goku and Vegeta, who loved to test their limits in battle, now saw Tien as more than a rival. He was a leader, a protector, who used his strength wisely. The arrival of the Saiyans was no longer a battle for survival. It became a chance for the Earth's defenders to grow and learn from Tien's example. And through it all, Tien stayed focused on his promise, which was to guard the Earth quietly, without seeking fame or glory, but always ready to stand strong when the world needed him most. Things were getting tough for Tien. Not everyone welcomed Tien's rise. The Triclops Judges, ancient and strict cosmic rulers connected to Tien's alien ancestors, had come to Earth as well. They remembered the Triclops race's past, a time when they refused to be weapons for endless wars among the gods. The Judges demanded that Tien prove himself worthy of staying on Earth and keeping his role as guardian. Their judgment was harsh and unyielding. They saw Tien's refusal to fight for power as both a strength and a weakness. This put Tien in a difficult position. While Tien prepared for this cosmic trial, a shadow war began to unfold. A hidden enemy, a traitor from the Triclops race who had turned against his own people, worked in the background to cause chaos. This shadowy figure manipulated events, trying to pit the Z fighters against each other and weaken Earth's defenses. Even Chiaotzu, Tien's closest friend, was caught in this web. It was revealed that Chiaotzu had secret psychic powers linked to the Triclops heritage, making him a target for the Judges and the traitor alike. The Z fighters had to stay united, trusting Tien's wisdom and leadership to guide them through the darkness. Tien faced the Trial of Three Eyes, a cosmic tribunal held by the Triclops Judges. This was a test of Tien's strength, his mind, and his heart. The Judges challenged him not just to fight, but to prove that his way, the way of restraint and protection, was worthy of the universe's trust. Meanwhile, Goku, Vegeta, and the others defended Earth from attacks by the Judges and the rogue Saiyans who sought to exploit the chaos. Tien's visions from his third eye helped him see the future in glimpses, allowing him to outsmart his opponents. He showed that true power was not just about fighting harder, but about knowing when to fight and when to protect. The Celestial Order and the Z Fighters formed a new alliance, inspired by Tien's example of balance and wisdom. Earth entered a new era where strength was matched by compassion, and power was guided by responsibility. After all the chaos, a fragment of Tien's sealed spirit lost during his battle with King Piccolo had taken form as a mysterious child. With 3 eyes, this child was a symbol of hope and a sign that the legacy of the Triclops in Tien's story was far from over. The future held new challenges, but with Tien's guidance and the strength of his friends, Earth was ready to face whatever came next. If you want part 2, just let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas and what twists you want to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.